Welcome back to the final episode of the Euro podcast.
What are you talking about there?
I love doing that.
What are we talking about there? Well, what are you saying? That story's brilliant. Cup final.
Conserving energy, mate.
I would see you.
All about conserving energy.
Never
Final before a cup, the car park before the cup final.
You've always got to stretch, go a walk. Your Scotland team do it. Everybody does it. You go.
But you stretching though.
We need to stretch it. Somebody else.
Dalziel, you good that day? Scored, mate. Captain scored. Do you know what I mean? But I ran out of steam.
Once again, we're delighted to tell you that our Euro podcast is brought to you by
Ladbrokes!
What a sponsor, lads, now.
No.
Ladbrokes.
Mate, I used to do some things for Ladbrokes.
So you
right? But for about a year, they asked me to do some things. Baking, I did wakeboarding, I did, what else? I did all these challenges. Like,
You
I
were
think
naked doing them all,
Amazonia,
yeah?
the I'm a Celebrity challenge and that. It was the best job in the world.
Oh, they're brilliant. Well, they are. Can I make
No, you know how switched on that are when the fucking sacked Willow after a year. That tells you how switched on that.
I'd had enough,
But
man.
when up in the world now, they've got you.
They've got us to
You've
sack us to your job.
I know, yeah, I've been packed for use to.
We'll be sacked. We'll be sacked.
That's a badging for you. Right, we want to extend our thanks to Ladbrokes for supporting the show throughout the Euros, making it possible for us to get across Germany, Paul, and their content throughout the summer.
They have been magnificent, but it doesn't stop there, as you can still play their 1-2 free game to win £50 cash if you predict 3 correct scores from the selected international games.
Slaney, you only got one right last time.
Who are that, innit? I've been doing brilliant
Argentina
with
2 v Canada.
I like my South American football, don't I? I know Canada's not South American, but it's still a great...
It's somewhere out there.
Aye, it's still a
Messi's
great...
8th final.
Wow.
No bad, innit?
Eight final.
8th final. Huh?
How can you be playing Canada in a Copa America semi-final?
Something's not right there.
I don't like that setup.
Canada, you'd think like St. Roch's could beat Canada, nah? Canada must be pissed, nah?
They're actually no bad.
Livingston plays with Canada.
This guy trained Alistair.
That's right, so you did it.
By the way, don't ask me an Arma.
No,
I couldn't name an arc.
By the way, did you see the other game?
He's not playing, is he?
Oh, they're fighting with the
Did you
fans.
see the fighting with the fans in the other game?
Uruguay players went into the
Big
crowd.
Nunes.
Did he?
Aye, all the Uruguayan players went into the crowd, started brawling with the Colombian fans.
Well, they're all wild there, aren't they?
They're wild. Right, just quickly link to download in the description box below for the final round of the 1-2 free game. Have fun and always remember to please gamble responsibly. Brilliant. How are you, lads? All right, good?
I just want to ask Willow, because we had your side for it, Dazzler, sharing with Dazzler in Germany. How was it, mate?
Mate, it was a long time though, 12 days. Did you not find that long?
Fucking too long.
How, were you there for the full time we were?
12 days as well.
So first day, actually day one, we met yous, didn't we? So we were on a high
That was right.
and it was great. See, by day 2, fucking hell, we were starting to flag a bit.
Did you enjoy the live show?
Day two.
By day 2.
By 12 o'clock that night.
Honestly, day
We were
2,
like, come
I was
in.
going to say day 12.
day 2, mate, I was looking for a flight out of there. But the live show was brilliant,
Was
wasn't
they
it?
skinny jeans you had
Mate, I know.
in Germany?
They
Your
were
balls must have
restricting
been
my
sweating.
fucking circulation.
I guess your balls had enough, mate.
By the way, day 1,
I had to bathe them at night.
I was roasting. He had to peel me out of them.
Fucking ice cubes.
Imagine
and all
a
that.
jacket of trousers after
Mate,
that.
here, I still had them on. See, day 1, we'd met yous for the show. We'd done a rain show. Then we had to go to a party at night. The party started at 12. We had to go. We met Faddy there. I still had the jeans on.
With the Scotland tap on?
Aye.
Did you?
Aye. So that was what? A 13-hour day or something like that.
Slaney, this is this party we never got
The
invited
celebs,
to.
this is the one with the celebs, isn't it?
Aye, he didn't miss much, mate.
did we
He
not?
didn't miss
I
much.
was saying it was brilliant.
Everybody who was everybody was there.
That's far for us. They were asking. By the way, go and get
Here, by the way, you know what, right? So we were supposed to be on the guest list to get in. Did he tell you this? We were supposed
you
to be on
did,
the guest list, and Gordon Duncan said, I'll take charge, because we'd had a few beers by then. Walked up, says Gordon Duncan. I seen the boys' clipboard, no on it. And you seen Gordon raging. The boy must have seen his rage and just went, on you go. You could have just got in. He was just letting anybody in.
Free bar as well, mate.
Was it a free bar?
Free bar. Couldn't believe it.
We went up. I says, right, what you want? 2 pints, mate. And they come out and I went, much is it? He went, no, it's free. He went, stick 2 gin and tonics.
What happened with the fight, Reese? Was that a real fight?
No.
Fucking was a real fight.
What, you used to fighting?
On the Sunday. What was that? The first Sunday, first day off we got, or the Saturday night, should I say, we all went out and we just kicked the arse out of it. But on the Sunday we got up. No, that way you're still a bit fucking. So we got a beer. We're travelling from Munich to Cologne, 5-hour train journey.
You were the same, mate, brutal.
And we're like, no way, and this train's packed. So we got a beer before we even got on the train. We carried it on with us, sat down, we're thinking, this is brilliant. we hadn't reserved the seats, so, or whoever booked hadn't reserved the seats. So we went up to the bar to get more drinks. We came back, somebody's sitting in our seats.
Aye, Gordon.
Gordon Duncan had stole our seats.
Wee bastard. He get through his seat and just boomed right into ours. Shut up, his head down.
So we've got drinks last and we're like, where the fuck we going to sit? So we end up saying, come on, us two just left the group away up the back of the train, found 2 seats before you
Sat
knew it.
together.
We were,
Steaming.
she tried to get off that train and I had the big rucksack, like 20 odd kilos on it. See, when you've had a few drinks with that, Slaney, try to walk in a straight
His
line.
dad carries that about every day.
Daily, that's daily with him, aye.
He carries that bag about every day.
No effect either.
Gordon Duncan seems like a Southgate type thing. He doesn't drink, does he?
Doesn't drink, no.
So he's like safety man. Was he breathalyzing you every morning?
Aye, straight and narrow. We had that
straight and narrow.
He was calling us a disgrace. If that's what he mattered to us.
Who said to us a disgrace?
I was texting him on the train when you wee bastard, he stole our seat.
So we got to our hotel in Cologne. And all of them were like, brilliant, England's game kicking off, let's go everybody out. Well, no chance, we just sat in reception.
Doesn't watch it,
Somebody
He phoned in food. We were eating food at reception.
Boy, he was going bed.
He's got these white trainers on, brand new. He's eating arrabbiata pasta. It's going on in his trainers. They're all stained the next day. He's like, how did these get stained? I said, you're fucking steaming last night.
Brilliant. They were sensational on the live show, weren't they?
These were brilliant.
It was good fun,
These were
wasn't it?
amazing, Willow.
Nobody could hear him, you joking? Every time I went to speak, just sing song.
Mate, the atmosphere was brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah, unreal. How yous pack all the places out, brilliant. And
See
what an
them
atmosphere, huh?
Oh, it was incredible. See the amount of
Tell
miles?
you it's no packed to his jeans. Look at that, looks pathetic in their jeans.
It's so baggy, innit? It's so baggy, just nothing there.
There's a lot of room there, isn't there?
Wait, but-
I need to start filling it up.
I get
See the amount of miles we must have ran earlier, all together, because you put some miles in, didn't
You
you?
never ran one, Chibi?
I did.
When? Oh, you went for one run.
The last day.
Last day, I'm going to start doing 10Ks.
Do you know run? No. What you went to the last day for? We started doing 10Ks.
Because Charlie told him to do it. We look at him all the time, you need to start running. As soon as Charlie told him, oh, go for a run,
Charlie
he was out
did.
running.
You'll be in at Hamilton before I know it.
Nah,
You do a
no
bit of
spoke to me
running as well,
since.
Has he not?
No spoke to me.
He's a machine, mate.
Oh, he's blasted.
I was out, so that day as well, I fucked it. So I went early, done a 10-mile run. Then we did the filming in the square. Then we went and met yous. Then we did our show. Then we did the party. Fucking hell. That's by day 2.
You end up steaming as well, mate. See, when you've ran that amount and you drink, you end up fucking steaming. Did you and Faddy, did you say they got chucked out the party?
They two were last to leave. The boy come up and says to them, by the way, you need to get out.
I can't even remember that.
Mate.
I remember I remember leaving Faddy and negotiating with a German taxi driver back to his hotel, and I was going back to his hotel for some reason, and he wasn't getting anywhere. We're there for fucking about 20 minutes.
Shock Faddy's arguing with a taxi driver.
Does he love that, does he?
Oh, he loves arguing, mate.
He woke up and he went, I spent €90 in a taxi.
I don't know how I got back. It was just Uber. and
90
everything.
euro?
I was just fucking Uber and everything.
Constant,
But I remember the guy take me somewhere it wasn't a hotel. And he was like, this is where
We
you've
know where
asked to
you
go.
went. We know where you went.
10 flares. I was in the flare below shouting, oh, all right, Willow, is that you? Knocked 3 times. By the way, I'm not, just a quick, all right, he talks about sharing the room. Mate, I'd never experienced this before. So he comes in, obviously we've had a good time, mate. But I'm in my bed, I'm sort of crashed out, and he comes in, and he lies on top of the bed, knowing the clothes on, he can't even be bothered taking clothes off. So he's sitting like that, and he's talking away, and I'm having a conversation with him, right? I'm going, where's this conversation going? And he's like, aye, my bad. Aye, you're right. I'm like, I was asleep. I'm having a conversation with him. He could fucking still talk to
So when
me.
he's sleeping.
He'd no idea what he was saying.
Apparently I do that when I'm pissed all the time.
It's the weirdest thing I've ever...
He says it all the time.
So I got up and I'm starting to look at him, and I'm going, he's having an answer. He's actually answering me.
Do you use a kind of conversation, but he's asleep?
He's gone.
Wow.
It was a weird, and I said to him the next morning, I went, I've never experienced
It's usually him sending people to sleep with his conversation, isn't it? But that's a bit different, isn't it?
Very good.
Can I just ask what your thoughts? I know this has been brilliant so far, but what's your thoughts on Scotland's performance?
Dreadful.
That's mate, wasn't it?
Good, well,
Really bad. Aye. Like Germany game, we all kind of half expected that, didn't we? Maybe a better showing on the day. The Switzerland game, by the way, I thought it was all right. I thought we started all right. I quite enjoyed that, you know.
We pressed higher up, didn't we? We
Aye,
went for
pressed higher up, and it looked better, and we got a result. But the last game was a bit of a farce, wasn't
Mind-numbing, wasn't it?
it? It was strange, just the full setup of the team. I get Steve Clark's a kind of pragmatic coach, and he wants to keep in the game for as long as possible. But surely you got to realise that you've got to actually go for it sometime. And see, just being in and around that stadium, the optimism before it, I actually felt sorry for the fans who'd had tickets. We were broadcasting for a pub attached to the stadium, and they all left on a high. See, when they came back in, you've never seen people so gutted in your life.
Tell me if they're qualified, do you guys stay out or?
No, fuck it.
No, I see. Somebody says to me, "You coming back out?" I says, "They get to the fucking final, I back out."
Like, you couldn't stay out there any longer.
What does he sleep? What does he sleep in? Well,
What does he sleep in? Just his pants?
Bed.
is it just a pair of pants?
Just his scants? No, he did.
Boxers or
No, what I
pants?
find weird, see if you find this weird, right? So we were knackered most nights because we were working late and all day during the show. So we'd done a show for Cologne. We get a taxi back and we're watching one of the games in our bed. But he's got the control, and I'm actually trying to speak to him now. Here's, and I turn round and he's just lying, right? He's just straight. He's out the game. So I creep here and I get the control, and I turn the telly down for him as I consider it roommate, and I'm just watching the game. And then 5 minutes later, he just wakes up almost sleepwalking and goes here to where the minibar is and takes a big fucking bit of chocolate and just starts eating it mid-sleep. And then he just jumps in his bed and goes back to sleep. And I'm thinking, is he sleepwalking?
A bit of chocolate.
Mate, a big bit of chocolate.
Do you remember that?
Asleep.
Yes, I've known to do that. I got up and maybe go to the fridge and get a biscuit or something and eat a biscuit.
I thought that was the weirdest thing in the world.
He's a weirdo. He's the only guy I know that has fizzy sweeties before he goes to sleep. You sit in his bed and eat fizzy
I
sweeties.
don't see that. I just eat them at any time.
But how could you sleep after a bag of fizzy
I
sweeties?
can drink coffee if I didn't go to sleep.
Can you?
I drink 15, 16 coffees a day, but
I mean, you can't handle any noise, can't you? No.
No, fucking
He was
hate noise.
sleeping in the toilet when Charlie was in.
My sister fucks it.
Oh, hey!
here's a new episode.
My missus has got another rabbit. No, a rampant rabbit.
Right, okay.
An actual rabbit, right? So that's just now got 2 rabbits in my house. 5:30. What day is it today? Thursday, Tuesday, 5:30, mate. I could hear. I thought somebody was trying to get at my front door. It's a fucking rabbit in the rabbit's room.
They make some noise.
Cage, mate.
In the rabbit's room.
He's got 2 rabbits in a full room.
Shut
Full
up.
room.
Full room for 2
Nah,
rabbits,
no
mate.
way. What, can they run about? Are they in a cage?
No, they're on about in the room. Fucking white man.
Hold on, how many bedrooms you got in your house?
4. So
And you've
me and
you've
her
gained
were on
one to the...
full room.
Hold on, you've got kids, haven't you?
They
they share a room?
No, they've got a room each.
And the rabbits get...
The 2 rabbits have got a room each.
I can't believe you've not asked me up to that house.
Mate, that's fucking
Give me that room.
mental.
He didn't want to come up. It stinks of shite.
He's running about scratching his arse and he's got a room full of rabbits.
So it's fucking doing my tits in, man, honestly. He's got pets now.
I used to
Got
have
a dog?
hamster.
Why have you got rabbits?
She's obsessed, mate.
With rabbits?
With 2 rabbits.
Come on.
Where do you think that's came
what's her
from?
Their names are Noel
name? No.
and Opal. The girls.
Good.
Nah, that's not good. That's...
We need to get the boys' balls off because you'll end up riding the woman and there'll be more fucking rabbits kicking about.
I used to have a hamster. Semen. It was called Semen.
Semen? So your room is full of semen?
But they're noisy wee fuckers, mate, aren't they?
Oh, they're so noisy, mate. He's got any pet peeves that's annoyed you this week? Because that's staying my tits in. Anything that annoys you in life?
Nah.
Nah.
I just get through life like.
None bothered.
Enjoy
with
it.
me, innit?
Everything annoys him.
Enjoy it.
Everything annoys him.
Nobody's going to win, are they? We're all going the same place.
That's
No point
true,
in getting
mate,
upset about it.
And you got to meet your idol, Faye Corey, as well.
Oh, mate. I was buzzing.
I couldn't believe how excited
I
you are.
was.
I'm surprised at that.
Fast, when you're
Buzzing,
putting on a
mate.
picture of you and...
Adam Barlo.
Martin as well. He's a lovely boy, yeah.
Compton's a good guy.
But Adam Barlo, that just made my full day, man.
He watches
buzzing,
this, he
mate,
loves
innit?
something going.
Does he?
Uh-huh.
Oh, by the way, I thought you guys were wine milk, right? Because I kept looking, because he looks weird. In telly, he looks about 6'4". In real life, he could get under there with
Oh, you'll be
top hat
devastated
on.
you've said that, I'm buzzing.
Mate,
He's tiny, innit?
He got under that table
he's
with top
tiny.
hat on.
Top hat one.
I took him out of the toilet in my pocket, mate. Right, to help him out. That's what threw me, right? Because I'm looking at him, and plus the fact he shaved his hair.
Yeah.
And I thought yous had fucking stitched me up, right? Because obviously we're having a couple of drinks, and I'm looking. Then I started asking him questions about Manchester, right? What bits of Manchester? I was in Manchester before a year ago. I fucking wouldn't know. I wouldn't know how to get to Manchester now.
But you're asking
But I was asking him.
Just to test him?
Just to test him. But he was
You look a wee bit like Ken Barlo, didn't you?
What?
There's wee Deirdre, look. Wee Deirdre Barlo.
Remember Blanche? Remember Blanche?
Wee curly what?
Remember wee Blanche?
Curly watch.
Curly what?
Who's ma?
Wait a minute, get curly what?
That is a spin.
Mate, we actually Peacock, remember?
Aye. He's like Big Fred, the butcher.
Curly watch, man.
We actually. Mate, Curly was such a gimp.
Oh
Do you
my
remember
God, look.
Curly watch? You are a double, mate.
Get a pair of glasses on you, man.
He's got the same hair.
By the way,
Mate.
that's not bad, man. If you get
Mate, it's the exact same hair. Yeah,
If you don't get
actually
cheated on
sorted.
constantly.
I did. That he get treated like a doormat, that guy.
Wait, who was
the
it?
doormat?
Raquel or Rachel or something? It was his missus.
You used proper into Corrie, you used watch it.
I used to
You're
be
right.
back
Oh,
in the day.
love
You
that,
loved it.
love that.
Do you know who I love? Devin Sinita.
Did you? Huh?
Aye.
The guy that owned the corner shop.
Why did you? Dev was a handsome boy,
Aye,
wasn't he?
Hans, I used to love the way he went. Nah.
Kim Marshall, no, Linda, her that used to be in
Oh, aye, the
Linda,
barmaid.
she was brilliant.
No, Carla's the best.
Carla, that's it.
Aye, Carla's top quality.
She's class. Isn't she?
Remember
You're leaving your
Danny
missus
Dees?
for her, aren't you?
Dirty Den, that was EastEnders.
No, remember that?
Remember he got
They were the days,
right.
man.
Oh, but
His
just
show
before we got
takes
the,
some weird turns,
It does
doesn't
take
it,
a
by
couple
the
of
way?
years. Before we get the football chat, you were doing at Wimbledon. Ball boy.
I was, aye.
Ball boy, how was it?
Mate. I was dressed like one, wasn't I? I specifically chose that outfit to try and fit in, but I didn't.
Mate, I'd love
it was
to go to
amazing.
Wimbledon.
Nah, it's always been a dream.
Brilliant.
Talk us through the full day. Like, how do you get the? I always wondered this. Like, you stay in a hotel, would you get a taxi to Wimbledon?
No, default. You had to get the tube. The tube in, then you need to walk about a mile, all right, and then you go in, and then she went right. I got in there.
What'd you
Need
wear? Sorry,
you-
what'd you wear? Were you dolled up?
Oh,
I
wait.
wore the old cream chinos.
A wank.
Cream chinos and a wee polo shirt, wee jacket, brilliant. So we went in, and right there's the practice courts. So there was no queuing. The boy says to us, "Come on in here." Lifted the wee rope. He says, "Djokovic says, just come on, just stand next to Djokovic."
No way.
Him and Kyrgios just fucking battering balls at each other. Then I went to Henman Hill. You're allowed to take in your own bevy. Didn't know that.
Are you?
So instead of buying the champagne in there, we went and got a bottle of Prosecco for
That'll
12
be-
quid.
Hey,
I'll
bastard.
be-
Took it in the bar.
And with that'll be back.
I had the label popped it. Everybody's going, they're high flyers. I was hiding the label, just pouring it, putting it back in the bag. It was brilliant. Sat in Henman Hill, watched some tennis, then went into the...
But I don't want to. Is it expensive for tickets now? 'Cause I would love to go.
I got sorted it. Somebody sorted us it.
Who's son?
Must be
You?
Andy Murray.
Mate,
Must be Murray.
And I
He's
tell you,
got the best
I've got
missus in the world.
contacts.
Must be
By
Andy
the way,
Murray, mate.
he then goes to the Grand Prix the weekend, right? Sorted out.
Sorted.
His missus. I've been trying to fire in here for him. I'm on all the freebies.
How good's that, mate?
Yeah, it was amazing.
So what match did you watch?
Dimitrov and Monfils.
All right.
So that was brilliant. But I only watched 2 sets and then fucking went back outside, walked a bit.
How's it better outside? Just walking about in
No, because I had a concert to get back to, so I couldn't wait.
What fucking concert are you
I
at?
waited Bocelli.
Bocelli.
Was in Hyde Park. So I went
fucking
straight.
day
What
that
a
is.
weekend
I'll
that
do
was.
a full
Brilliant.
weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, man, that's amazing.
Mate,
Amazing.
honestly.
And my,
weekend.
my two missus is fucking bringing me rabbits and she's
rabbit?
taking you down to fucking
Exactly.
Wimbledon.
What a life.
By the way, how good's Kyrgios on
He's brilliant.
commentary?
Him and McEnroe are brilliant.
Really good
Aren't
again.
they?
Can you imagine you as an umpire, innit? Big horny umpire, man. Imagine that.
Sitting in that
Sitting getting
chair.
the horn.
Trousers at the ankles.
Balls hanging out the side of the shorts. New balls. New balls. Every 2 minutes. New balls. I need new balls.
Leg up my bit, they need shaved.
Who's winning it? Who's winning Wimbledon? I love it, man.
I think
Mate, I don't even.
Djokovic has won that. What about
Alcaraz
him?
not winning it.
Aye.
He's had fucking 3-5 set games.
brilliant, mate.
Aye, Alcaraz good. Djokovic has won in it. But did you see his interview?
Oh, my.
Brilliant, mate.
Good, wasn't
The
it?
fans weren't booing.
No, they were doing
Ruin for that
He
boy.
doesn't give a fuck though, does he?
No, he's meaning
He
that.
calls him it.
He's better when fans go for him.
He's
See, when fans are on him, he's actually better.
Yeah.
Unbeatable.
What's your, is that your, have you been at any other sporting events? It's amazing. You've been to Wimbledon, or you just said.
The
Only
first
thing
one, aye. Grand Prix, again, that's magic, so it is.
Is it?
Grand Prix is brilliant. So I went the first time last year. I thought it was going to be like
know.
that. See, for the full event, man, it's like fucking the biggest surroundings and festival you've ever seen. So something going on everywhere. And then the race is all right, but fucking brilliant. What an event.
I
No,
don't
for me, I didn't.
Nah.
I'm not
Nah.
really into F1, but maybe the event would be good, the whole thing.
Your dad drives his motor fast up and down Anderson, didn't he? And you just call it
Stop me
a
making
Grand-
noises to him, didn't we?
Right, big news. Paulson's got a ticket for the final of the Euros.
We're in a complete panic mode now. We've got 4
Just one
tickets.
ticket.
4.
4.
So we were all gone. So we were all celebrating for the last 4 months when my brother won them in the ballot. How's your luck that England have got to the final? So we don't know what to do with them.
Mate, that is your luck. Just
Sell them, mate.
Do you think so?
£5,000 a pop.
Mate, see now it's England. I think you'll get even more for them. English people paying money for the tickets.
Put a message on here.
If anybody, any English fans want them, aye.
How much would you take? £5,000 each?
Aye,
20 grand for four.
Aye.
He's just went with
And you've got
£5
hotel rooms.
okay, 20
And hotel rooms, aye.
rooms.
It's a hostel, but a hostel you'll be in. Mate, but how is... But I kind of want to go, though, if Spain won. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? But it's just, you're going to be out millions of them will be out there.
Would you go, if it was you had 4 tickets to the final, would you go or would you sell them?
Would I fuck? I'd have them sold.
I'd sell them as well.
I'd have them
Because you
sold.
just... You've no interest, or because you don't want to be there with England?
No, you do.
Imagine you're there when England win, mate.
Or even just... party
Even
and party.
after it, when England have won, you're fucking kicking about the streets. You're terrified at the best of times,
I know,
mate.
you wouldn't be able to speak for 3 days. Because he has your accent.
You'd be
You've
terrified.
just been on your heat,
Sell
wouldn't you?
Be curly. They think you're curly what?
Curly what's his
You'll be treated like a hero there, mate.
Aye, exactly. Just take a bin bag with
I'm
you.
worried, by the way. I think England can do it.
Get them sold.
What did you make of the game last night? I thought they were deserving winners now.
First half are excellent, I
That
thought.
was the best they've played, done it?
Wasn't it?
Aye, it's about time they kind of clicked into gear. Second half was pish again, though.
Why was that? Just because Holland changed their
Holland changed, didn't they?
tactics?
Aye.
Sure, England changed their formation as well.
Why? Why
found
don't you just keep playing the way they were playing?
I don't know. I found that very strange. He went to a back 4. But I knew why Holland changed, because obviously they had to go up the park a bit and squeeze the middle of the park and put more players in there because England were dominating that. But he went to a back 4. I thought the second half was terrible.
Do you not think a lot of the Euros has been like that?
Why do you think that is?
When Spain play, Spain've got more creative, free-flowing players, but everybody seems set up just
Not to be.
not to get beat.
Terrified
Terrible.
to get
Aye.
beat.
And it's just been boring.
How many square balls do modern
know.
day football players play?
I know, mate. it's
And
mad,
back
isn't
the
it?
way.
Declan Rice, man.
It does matter.
100 million.
The modern
Declan Rice goes, it's my biggest pet peeve of a midfielder, goes and sprints to field one centre back, pass it to the others, goes and sprints. Just calm, look at Rodri, man, just calm down.
Yeah, the boy, man,
Playing through.
Kobe Mino, he's brilliant.
He's brilliant,
Aye.
mate.
Isn't he? What a
Well,
player.
How good was Foden first half for?
Foden was
I've never
exceptional.
seen any.
Got to give Southgate credit. I know everyone's saying to him to make changes, but see when you're making changes, I thought when he was taking Foden off,
What you done?
what you did.
Fuck, Bellingham should have came off.
I know. He's untouchable, isn't he?
Isn't he?
They're just scared of him. Everybody just looked petrified of him. So I thought he should have came off, but look, it was the right call. What a finish.
Oh,
the
Watkins,
boys.
what a finish.
That's incredible.
Unreal.
How do you find that finish, a striker?
I couldn't do that.
Would you never even made that run
Nah,
down the
I
side?
would have made the, I would have made the run, but that's where it stops for me. I wouldn't have had the ability to do what he done. Brilliant. I thought it tactically he got it great because Kane, he looks off it, right? I don't know, they're all saying he's injured, but he looks off it. And it allowed everybody to get up there and squeeze. So when we brought Watkins on, all of a sudden they dropped off, which allowed Palmer to go on the ball in the middle of the park because he played the pass.
Yeah.
But the run and the finish is
But
sublime, wasn't it? It was
never a
brilliant.
pen.
I didn't have that in my locker.
Never a pen.
Never a penalty.
Mad, innit? That's given.
Does Dumfries touch the ball? Does he get a toe on the ball?
I don't know, did
Or
he?
is it just Kane hits
I
the
think
ball and
it's
it
Kane
then
hits it,
follows through?
Follows
Kicks?
through, aye.
But Kane,
The ref doesn't even, he's not even wanting to get it until obviously they cut in his ear.
It's no a penalty kick.
I don't
Nah.
Like, what is Dumfries, what are you actually meant to do?
you've got as a
You're just
defender
going in to
trying to
block the ball and Kane kicks your foot.
I know.
See if Dumfries has went like
Aye.
stamped on, but he's just put his foot
Put
up.
his foot to block it.
Aye. And then you think back to the penalty that we didn't get, you know, in the
Wow.
last game, and you think the comparisons in VAR, how's it so inconsistent at that level, at that top level? It's
I don't know how they gave that.
But see what Ian Wright said, that you've also got a point as
Aye,
well, innit? That if
anywhere
that
else.
happens anywhere else on the pitch, it probably is a foul. innit?
I see that point, but I think because Kane with such force, you know, anywhere else in the pitch, I think you're stretching, you're just nicking that.
Yeah.
Kane actually strikes through the ball, which actually takes his foot in it. So it can't be a penalty. No way. So what's defender supposed to do now?
How strange that ref had been done for match fixing getting a semi-final.
Has he been done?
What is going
That was
on?
Bedorf in Germany, wasn't
Is that the man Bellingham?
it? Bellingham pulled him up.
So he did.
Aye.
You had 100 on England.
He might have.
I found some of his decisions fucking so
Aye,
strange in the game. Did you know?
some of the
I think he's
stuff.
favouring England a wee bit. I don't know if it was just
I
my
thought he was
bias.
as well, mate. Again, you don't know if you're being paranoid here, but I thought he was favouring England a wee bit with wee free kicks.
Aye.
Bellingham put one through somebody's legs, and then it's a 50-50 in Holland break, and he gives a free kick.
Aye.
Strange.
I thought Holland, they were so poor, I thought.
Aye. Aye, I thought they were as well.
Oh, they were so poor, mate.
I know.
You were talking about the boy shouting, and I'm watching him. He's another one.
Oh, it's Derek
You know, he doesn't pass the ball to centre backs.
What about the wee boy Memphis? How bad is he?
See if you're wearing a headband like that, you've got
No.
You've got braids, so your hair's tied back.
No, it done.
Did the hairband
Did you
back?
see him at half time when he come out and sat in the dugout? Still had it on.
Still got the
Still had
headband.
the headband.
See, if I was the manager, I'd be saying, "You fuck off. Get in that dressing room. Fuck off.
So he does that.
You are not sitting there like a dick. Out. You can't, mate. You put that on for a game. You can't come back out and watch the second half, which still on because he's got number 10 on it.
No.
Did you hear Rooney's story about him when he's at Man United?
That was brilliant, that.
He wasn't doing great at the time, and he was still loud and flash about the place. And Rooney went and had the conversation. He says, maybe just like you're a good guy, good about the place, good player, but you just maybe need to calm down a wee bit, like in terms of how extravagant you are. He says a week later he's been called up for a reserve game. Memphis drives up to the reserve game in a Rolls Royce wearing a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
He's poor, him, but
By the way, they've got some bad player. You talk about Man United, they've signed some bad.
I know.
Look at the big boy, come on. 6
costs.
foot. How bad a football player
Mate,
is he?
I'm with you, man.
How
100%.
bad is he?
He was just
mad,
playing
but
for
it was buzzing
fouls,
off him
wasn't he?
like, oh, fuck.
He was just barging into people, wasn't he? What about the first 10 seconds he ran? Who was it? Stones? He just ran and
right.
booted Stones.
Aye, he was just fucking...
aye, hopeless.
How does
clogging people,
how does he get a contract? Somebody need to sit down to me and say, right, this is the reason I signed him, right? And then you've got to say to that manager, go fuck yourself, because he's hopeless. Right, and see, be fair to boys.
I had him as my director of football every.
Sorry, you got
See why it went so well.
you got to be straight with people. And this is another thing that annoyed me. See when they got the ball wide. Now he's 6'6", right? You're hoping that he can header the ball. They never put one ball in the box.
I know.
And went going,
I know.
you know, we'll maybe feed off a second ball. He's the worst I've ever seen, man.
See, when he played, I went and watched Man United last year. He was playing, mate, honestly. I was
terrible.
How's he playing for Man United?
He puts his boots on the wrong feet or something.
And even Frimpong doesn't even get a minute.
Frimpong doesn't get a minute.
One of the
mate.
best
I
players
forgot
of the
about him, actually.
He's been outstanding all year.
All year.
But the boy Dumfries says they're probably their best player now.
But see,
He was great last night.
No,
Actually
because I
going
think England
forward.
done quite well with their shape to push him back, didn't they? Trippier played really high. Dumfries ended up playing like a right back.
But see, he was getting it, just kept going back the way.
I know.
His first thought was touch back and play it back. He never once tried to take somebody on. Whereas Frimpong, that's his first thought, innit, to go by somebody.
Even Van der Ven for Tottenham, what a season he's had. He's sitting on the bench, isn't he?
By the way, England have won it.
No, they don't.
I've got a feeling they will
England will win
win.
it.
Spain are much better, but
They're just get that about them that
They can't.
I'm telling you now,
I'm with you.
Can't be
over the
so.
moon if they won it.
Wait, what?
Spain
I'd
are
be
different level.
over the moon if they won.
Why?
Because my wife's from England. She lives in England.
He likes England. He
She
says it all the
told
time.
me. She told me that if they won it, she'll not come back up to Scotland. So, no, right, this is strange, right? And people will slaughter me for this. But see, when I was younger, growing up, I used to love watching England.
Did you?
I thought there's some brilliant players.
Like who?
Hoddles, Keegan,
Oh, Hoddle was a player.
Brian Robson,
Lineker.
Lineker, all these boys. I thought they were brilliant players. You don't dislike England because of the England team. You dislike England because of the pundits, the commentators, and the people that's running about the media that hype them up so much.
Yeah.
I was down in London Saturday watching that game, and we were in a pub just off Hyde Park, booked a table, right? And the boy said, you're lucky, you get seated. We've booked a table, mate. So we got the table, and it's like a picnic bench. So me and the missus, and there's a couple of pals there. It was packed. But we've got the reservation, the name's on it, and I go, I finish my drink, right? What you want to drink? Go to the toilet, come back. There's a fucking big, massive, bald English fan sitting in my seat. Wheeze dog. Wheeze dog.
Imagine he's actually going to take that dog a walk for his
Mate, wheeze dog. Fucking, no joke. He gets up 10 minutes later, I say, I'm no moving him. So I just stand by my missus who's sitting in the seat. Mate, he was massive. He was massive. So the screen's there, and I'm just standing beside him. And no joke, he does get up and he goes, I'm going to go to the toilet. You alright to watch him? I swear.
Pat his dog.
My missus had no bother. I'm going, he's just fucking took my seat. So I watched, honestly, about 20 minutes. Boy came back, made sure he got his dog. 20 minutes, I said to her, come on, let's go. We left. couldn't take it anymore.
Well, do you know what I just said, mate? I was sitting there now.
Mate, he was fucking huge.
Nah, you're
Skinhead.
never saying that. You're never
I
saying
mean,
that.
see the look in his face. He's not the guy you move off your seat
Is he not,
when they're playing. It's better like him with a Scottish accent. Mate, I'm sitting there.
Imagine he made you walk his dog round the pub back then.
No,
Seen you, so
no.
that's
The
good.
best bit would have been if he stood up with dog and went like to his missus, come on.
What, he took
He'd be like,
Andrew Will's missus dug in the
I don't think it was far after that because I told her to watch my seat and he was sitting in it when I came back. She didn't even say it.
well, he'd be sitting there, I've got a spare seat now, boys.
Mate, they're draw, but honestly, their side of the draw.
I know, but like that's because they've won their group.
No, it's not because Spain
Well,
won.
that's what they were saying last
Spain
night.
won their group. Germany won their group. Who's the other one? 3 teams won their group.
All right, that's what they were banging on about last night, because Ian Wright was like, how you're saying to Gary Neville, we've got the luck of the draw, but it's because we've won our group.
But they were all the Spain won their group, Germany won their group, but Portugal won their group as well, I think, and they were on the same side. I don't know how they get this draw every single tournament.
They play against easy teams, don't they? But
Michael
Spain,
Stewart put something up last night on Twitter.
seen that,
Seen it?
I've seen that.
He's lost the plot, Mikey Stewart. He's put
saying
every
it's a
team
fix.
they've played in like the last 4 tournaments.
Good on you, Mikey.
Aye.
I don't get
And
it.
the teams are terrible.
I know.
Dagenham and Redbridge and all that.
Season Southgate's come in with the draws have been mad. Honestly.
Do you think he's in with somebody? FIFA, Southgate. Do you talking corruption here?
No, I don't want to.
Get it out there.
Aye, go on, put it out there.
Come on.
To be fair,
Wait till you sell your tickets first.
Aye, so you can
Aye,
afford the
aye.
lawyer.
Aye. A barrister.
So what are we thinking, lads? Do you think England can beat them?
Yeah.
I think they're gonna.
No, football prevail. mate.
Football-wise-
Football prevail.
I will.
Football
Hopefully.
gods will prevail, mate.
I'm with you, mate.
Hopefully.
I'm with you. What about the young boy for Spain, man?
Oh, fuck.
16.
Mate, he's a joke.
My boy's 17 and fucking he can't get out of his bed. Fucking during
Can't
the
fill a
day.
dishwasher up,
And this boy's scoring worldies. I'm saying to him, that boy's 16. He doesn't understand football, my boy. He just doesn't like it. And he's like, and what? I'm like, you're 17. You're fucking lying in your bed all day. Do you know what I mean? And he's scoring fucking worldies. How's that?
It makes you hate your boy, doesn't it? It does make you hate
It
your
just
boy.
makes you question how you brought them up.
Get that Spain tap on your pring.
Get your practice.
You're doing some hill
never
runs
too
this
late.
afternoon.
He's at the
Leon's
back
away
garden.
with that England supporter getting battered. you get out
Where did it all go
there. You
wrong?
get out there.
well,
I'm not losing 2 years. I'm not losing 2 years.
That's incredible. Would you play Watkins over Kane?
Aye,
If you were England, would
I
you?
would. Aye.
I think so.
I think Kane's fucking
Done, mate.
carrying something.
not
He's either
done.
carrying an injury or he's
Dog
just...
shite.
Aye. He's now living on his name and he's been the captain. But when you even look at Tony, what about Tony when he came on the other day? You know, just that more direct approach. He looked more physical, mobile.
Mobile,
And then Watkins, when you see Watkins making the runs, I would play him, but he's not going to.
Are you
He's
actually
injured.
saying Harry Kane's done?
I think he's
As
done,
in
mate.
done. As in
He can't be though, because he
Mate.
had some season, didn't he? There.
Oh, but
batter goals in left, right and centre in the Bundesliga last year.
Bundesliga must be shite, mate. He looks terrible.
He does look poor.
Don't get...
He looks like he can't move.
I think he
Looks
must...
him dead, mate.
He must be injured. He must be injured. He's no terrible.
But that's
He
what
must
will
be
show
injured.
like a big manager. If Southgate was a big top manager, he would assess his team for that final and say, I can't just keep going the same way. Because they've not been good. All right, they were good for 45 minutes, but Kane wasn't really good.
No.
The other ones round about them were good. So then you got to assess who they
Imagine he
pick.
pulls Kane into the room and goes, I'm going to play Watkins, and Kane just, no,
you're not.
You're not doing it. I'm not letting you.
By the way, did you see Kane
Aye.
on the touchline shouting tactics on at the end of the game?
Mate,
Did you see that? Surely if you're Southgate, you say,
Sit the fuck
down.
I detest that.
Why is Kane even doing that?
I think we've done it before as well.
Ronaldo.
No, that. You would just be right in the stones, right? You would not have that if you're a man.
No, you wouldn't.
I would not.
never.
I would never have that.
We had that at Peterhead once. I was a coach at the time, and one of the players sat and I went, you can't get a game ahead of them. How the fuck do you think you can tell them what to do?
That's a good point.
Sit down.
Aye.
It's crazy. Mate. Have you had that in your, when you managed that, subs shouting on for the side?
Fuck, I think everybody was shouting on. I was taking anybody's advice at that time.
He was moonwalking back the way.
Go and you stand up there and have it.
And then point to the supporters.
Blame him.
It was his decision, no mine.
Aye.
Talking to that, just quickly, we've obviously got you're in the League Cup for the first time at East Kilbride. How did you get on when you were?
Wake up at
Bring it.
Preseason. Mate, we got a brilliant draw. I was buzzing because we pulled it Dundee United and St Johnstone. I was saying brilliant big TV games. And we got the old, it was the first time Brecon got the digital advertising boards round the pitch.
Nice.
Magic. I was thinking, that's a big game feel. Dundee United spanked us 6 at home. Went the following week to McDermott Park, shut up shop. Lost 7.
Shut up shop.
Mate, that was us shut up
Made it hard
shop.
for him to break his down.
Did. Playing 6 at the back when it was 7. Just fucking keep it up, man. See, the worst thing about it was before I'm obviously on the show, Super Scoreboard and Roger Hanna, they'd actually sent Roger Hanna.
Oh,
to
mate,
your
we were in
games.
the studio.
So Rogers,
I was pissed.
he was in the
Oh.
studio. Rogers
I was
interviewing me before the game, saying, how are you going to set up? And I'm saying, well, we've got some good young players and that, and we'll keep it tight. And see him in the 7th went in, and I look up at the stand and I could see Roger feeding back to him. I thought, fuck, he will be pissed himself.
Roger's got to press a button every time a goal goes in. He was fucking
Broke his finger, didn't he?
He was just
He was asking somebody next to him. going,
You'll do better than that. Watch reruns of the Brecon games, you'll win a lot. mate.
So you're the same, like you're buzzing when you get the draw, but then it comes up, you're going to be on Premier Sport, and you're thinking, oh fuck.
Where is it? Is it at home?
City's Cup, right?
That'll be good.
Ah, right, okay.
Should be, I think.
Get the digital advertising board.
But you never know, mate. This Aberdeen manager could be a genius, mate. Imagine they come and they're fucking unreal. Then if that is the case, then what chance have we got? Do you know what I mean? We've been in for 2 weeks.
I know.
Played at 2 games. They've only been in all pre-season, haven't they?
Aye, I know.
But
I know, you've got to just go
test, innit?
100%.
never say you hit because I hate that thingy, but
Who else have you got in the group?
Queen of the South, played Dumbarton Saturday, and then Airdrie, which will be a tough game as well.
Where he go?
That's a tough group.
First 2 games are away to Dumbarton and away to Airdrie, mate.
It's a hard group, but
It's hard.
That's a tough group, mate.
Yeah.
Fairtrade lost a few players though.
They've
The right back
because they had a lot of
went
loans,
back to
didn't they, that have went
He's
back to
good.
have good player, mate.
Aye, you was
But you
good.
signed some good players.
We've signed well with someone.
Who have you
Name
signed?
one.
Jack Leach.
Jack Leach.
Oh, Jack
Jack,
Leach.
Jack, Jack.
You're Jackie.
Aye,
Do you have Jackie
brilliant.
Airdrie? Good player, isn't he?
Aye, really good.
So Jack will do well for us. Big Jordan McGregor centre half. He's still
Had him as well.
Did you have Big Jordan? How did he do?
Aye, he was good as
Some
well.
boy was at Hamilton.
Aye.
Well
remembered.
He's good.
And I was signed Adam Brock for Broomhill, David Goey for Broomhill, and Adam Livingston as well. Did you have Adam? Was a kid at Motherwell now?
I've heard him though.
Aye, so signed
good.
well, mate. Huh?
Are you, is that
forward.
using his set or are you still...
Probably
It's
one
not ready
more,
to discuss, is it?
One more if we could get them in. But anyway, on to Spain, who, as we said, best team so far.
Ah, brilliant.
Deservedly beat France, I have.
Aye.
How disappointing were France, man? Mbappe as well. Mbappe done one good thing in the tournament. It was that cross the other night. That was it.
What do you think's happening with him? It looks as if he's so... like as if he doesn't want to play.
Don't know.
See, France, when they've won it under Deschamps previously, did they play more attacking football than they have in this
I
tournament?
think they did.
So I remember them playing quite attacking football.
Quick football.
Ah.
I think everybody's getting into the routine now.
I've been born as fuck.
Oh, terrible. I just cannot watch it. I think the modern day game's shit, mate. I know I'm
starting
here.
to agree with you, man.
I know I'm here to back it up and talk about it, but
Looking forward to a new season.
but sure.
Great way for us to get more subscribers, Dad, thanks.
Aye. I think we'll just leave the football and go to tennis and Grand Prix and all that. But you watch that, you're paying a lot of money. Can everything square back? I think that the football like say Postecoglou and all that played when he came
Amazing.
in. Aye, that's
what you want
to
to be
me,
seeing,
that-
innit?
Aye.
that's what I would like to go and watch. I go to games sometimes and I think, but they're doing that and some of them can't even do it.
But no, I heard somebody making a good point yesterday. See about international managers. They are the step below
But he said
your elite managers. So you're elite, and I would class Postecoglou up there in terms of brand of football, and Guardiola and all that, and Klopp play this brand of football. It's so eye-catching. But they don't go international football until their retirement age. So
But
what you've got just now is a group that are...
See, on the flip side of that, though, is it easier to play that style of football when you've got a 38-game season?
100%.
See, if you
Aye.
play like that and knock out
100%.
football and you're out after the first round, then you're fucked, aren't you?
But you've got 3 group games. I know you're only meeting up probably, a dozen times a year with these players, and it's very difficult to coach them because they're coming with all different ideas. But I think, I don't know, you can't tell me if you put like Pep into that England team or Postecoglou, they play a totally different brand of football. But that's right, it's all went the kind of same. But Spain are the difference. I think they're playing a bit different, a bit more freedom. The boy, it's interesting his path. You know, he coached into all the younger teams, aye.
Love that. I like that.
And they've all kind of progressed through him, so they all know his kind of way of playing. And it shows on the pitch.
I like
Spain are brilliant, aren't they?
Yeah.
Aye, they've got experience.
What happened to the
and
voice?
youth. I know, my throat there.
The pube, that was a pube on it.
Aye, a bush. They've got experience, they've got pace, they've got everything in their team. But I just think the way this England team have been going through this tournament.
See, even on France, I wanted to ask you, like, Griezmann never played, mate.
I can't believe that. He's been one of their, like, through since Deschamps came in, they win the World Cup and then got to the final last World Cup. He's been brilliant. He's been like one of their main players that can actually make them play. I don't know, they did say he's been hopeless this tournament though.
But see the midfield three, right? You've got Tuchemeni who's so defensive, Rabiot who's so defensive, and Kante who's
I know.
Three defensive midfield players.
I know.
Aye. Mental, innit, when you think of the great
creativity.
I don't think they like him at all.
Zidane, he's Deschamps will be out. Zidane will be in.
Oh, mate, get Zidane.
In the next month.
See Zidane, what was his foot? Did he play at Real Madrid? He was mere counter-attack as well though, wasn't he?
Was he? Won 3 Champions Leagues in a row, didn't he? Now he can't get a job since.
I think
He's a Kevin Thompson.
He could get a job.
Thompson of France, isn't it? He's a Kevin Thompson of France, mate. Deschamps another one, innit? Could fit under that table with a top hat on, innit?
Aye, fuck me, man.
The water carrier.
That's him, he was a water carrier.
He was a water carrier. Let Zidane deal and stuff.
Didn't he,
But they say a team reflects the manager, and Deschamps was such a fucking defensive player, wasn't he?
Aye.
But he was a good player.
Was he?
Oh, he was a good
top player.
Oh, he could play.
Play against him?
No, fuck
See,
shit, I wasn't at that
This
level.
could be another massive statement. See guys like Osim Dembele, like you hear people saying that. See when I watch him play, I think
He's dog shite.
fucking just alright.
He
But
frustrates.
you would say that about Mbappe in this tournament
that's
as well.
true.
See if you hadn't seen his previous history, you'd go, fucking hell, what's the hype with this kid? He's
A lot of the big players haven't really
Turned up.
turned up, haven't they?
Is that down to managers though?
Maybe just a long, hard season. Maybe just, as you say, it's knockout football. They haven't turned up. They've no let the players up.
It's been shite. Let's be honest. The Euros, I thought it was good at the start. See when the first few group games and we had like, what was that, 30 different goal scorers in the first 30 goals or something like that. You think this is going to be brilliant. And the big guns will then start to kick in. It's never materialised. Even look at Italy. What about Italy?
My God.
Oh my God, against Switzerland. Switzerland were good to watch at times,
Italy,
by the way.
Disgracing.
That's got to be the worst Italy team of all time.
I know.
Got to be.
But so many big players have just, no sure. But the Spanish team, really good.
Do you know what I love though, that how many countries when they play him out for just his age? Do you need to
That's true still, mate.
Well, I always hear we need to protect young players. See, when you've got somebody as good as him, just play him. He's been so good. Honestly, I think it's a breath of fresh air to see him playing, and even the boy Williams playing as well. I think a lot of, you sort of hear it now that these younger players, we need to protect them. I think to an extent you maybe do, but when you're as good as that, I would get him in.
Because you see all these tweets saying if he was Scottish, he would never be playing for the Scottish national team, but he would, wouldn't he?
Don't know, I'm a bit with Slaney
Right.
on that. I'm a bit with Slaney. I think there's certain coaches and structures and FAs that would say, we'll not rush him, we'll keep him. I know how good he is. It's wrong, I told the Spanish have got it spot on. This boy's a world-class player just now, so you play him. But I think there would be some that would just be, no, we'll protect him, which is nuts. Somebody says, like, when he's 20, thinking in 10-year time, he's 26 and he'll still be playing at his peak.
My manager's protected me. I was about 28. And
I'm still protecting you. Still protecting.
Then just let me go free and play.
But wait, it's just got, well, again, not anywhere near Yamal's level, but we went to the European Championships and got to the final. They're playing against fucking top players, Mata, Piqué. So there was 5 Celtic boys in that starting 11. The other ones were like Snodgrass, Fletch, Lee Wallace. So I remember they all came back that next year. They were straight into their first teams, playing every week. I remember getting pulled in the office at Celtic like that. See how that you have just done? Means fuck all. He's back to the reserves.
Sorry. No,
You're
you're
like,
not.
I must count for something, for fuck's sake.
That's because you were at a big club, mate.
Do you think so, though? But surely that qualifies just to at least go, right, let's stick them in the first team and see if they're ready.
100%.
Aye, maybe.
They must have known you weren't ready, mate.
So when are you ready? Have you got a European
When you've got
Championships
ability,
and you're playing against top
They
teams?
must have watched the tournament and said all the other ones were doing fine. He wasn't
I
ready.
bet this prick comes back thinking he's a player.
Mate, you did. We were like, buzzing. We'll go back and train with the first team. Nah, you're away to Ireland with the reserves. You're like, what?
Well, last summer, Yamal scored an under 17 Euros against France in the semi. Under 17 Euros.
Is that a carbon copy goal? Is that the one?
Aye.
And he was straight in the Barcelona team when he went back.
And that's Barcelona.
And that's Barca.
You think that's where it all went wrong for you?
Mate, I genuinely couldn't believe it.
You should have made more of that. You should have went to Strachan's office.
I was trying.
Was it
that means
Strachan?
fuck all.
You should have went and said, listen, I think you're wrong. He would have taken that well.
I imagine that. They've been at Brecon on loan with you. Getting beat 7.
Do you think you would have even watched that?
No, probably not. See the day we landed, we went and played in Kenny Arthur's testimonial at Firhill for the reserves, and Chick Charlie nutmegged me 3 times.
That's where it went wrong. There we go.
The conversation probably came the day after that.
Strachan was definitely at that
He's
game.
definitely at that game, mate. I think we just landed on the flight and Kenny McDowell got a text saying he's playing at Firhill tonight. And I was like, surely no. I've been away for like 2 weeks. Played fucking 6 games in 2 weeks. Played in Kenny Arthur's testimonial that night. Chick Charlie, me and him sent him mid.
Some ability check.
Brilliant, mate.
Oh,
That's
Chick.
incredible.
That was demoralising, man. So you genuinely think your man wouldn't be playing for Scotland if he was...
No, I don't know about that, but I do think even in club football, I do think you hear it a lot. I think Southgate's a wee bit like that as well with some players.
Like with Palmer and stuff like that.
And they're actually older who have been playing.
But then Palmer's trying to get ahead of Saka, wasn't it? Whereas who's your Mal trying to get ahead of fucking Jesus Navas, who's 38.
Ferran Torres.
Who's pish as well.
They've not really got wide players, so maybe they're kind of no force, but there's maybe a chance of playing. But I do think sort of younger players. Well, usually no more been in football. I think,
Well, we put a 17-year-old in last year, mate.
And then
You couldn't have known, mate.
and then he's got his move.
Boy, Kai, we were flying at the time and seen this boy play for the 20s. We're like, need to get him up and fucking train with us. Came out of training, he was outstanding. Ended up playing the last 10 games for us and he was brilliant. Got a move to Ref Rovers.
Was he way up today?
And I got a move to Ref.
Brilliant.
But again, it was like, if they
shows
aren't
you
good
though.
enough, mate, you can't put them in, eh?
Aye. But you need to be brave, especially in club management. See, when you're doing that, and they're not performing, you're leaving it an experienced one.
Yeah.
You end up getting the sack, don't you, if something goes wrong. So
Yeah.
I think you need, see at club football, I think you need the backing of the full club. You know, it needs to be a full aligned thinking with that. We're going with these young players or a group of young players and we're going to stick with that. And if you get some bad results, then fucking that's all right, we're okay with that. I think it's a fear with managers if they actually do that, they don't perform.
I put all my young kids in the semi-final against Celtic at Hampden when I was their manager.
Did you? Huh? Why?
Because I didn't have experienced players, so I put the young ones in and I get pumped.
You didn't have what, sorry, mate?
Experienced ones, so I put the young ones in.
Oh, so you weren't putting young ones in ahead of experienced players, you just never had any?
Well, we did, but I decided to go with younger legs and energy
And get
and
after
give them a semi-final. And
I know, but older players probably would have got battered for Celtic as well. wouldn't
we done all right. We only, what was it, 3?
Not
I
bad.
wasn't a beacon.
Do you think Celtic
yeah.
produce enough players?
Nah, nowhere near enough.
They don't, do they?
Nah.
And they've got the pick of players in Scotland, don't they?
Rangers, yeah, mate. When's the last Rangers?
I know.
Just,
I know it's a wee bit off topic for the Euros, but I was just wondering that last night. They don't actually produce. Well, Celtic have a sort of maybe a 10-year period, but I mean in each season you don't see a lot of the young players playing at all.
well, in the last 6 year, right? Let's go last 6 year. Who's came through and made a significant impact at Celtic through the youth system?
Welsh is playing,
Welsh.
isn't he? Aye.
Johnson, Mikey Johnson,
Mikey
and
Johnson
maybe
will
Tony
get sold
Ralston.
on, probably, aye.
Free.
Aye. Not a lot. Rangers are worse than that, isn't they?
Worse.
Lowry looked to be the one, but fell away.
Patterson,
Yeah,
he gets moved, didn't he?
Once again, he's pre-season scores the other night. Was it
Lowry?
Lowry? Aye. And I'm looking, thinking, is this going to be the same scenario? Because you think he's going to take off, and he always seems to be good pre-season, because away with the team does well, and then you don't see him because probably doesn't get his opportunity.
On the flip side, that I was at Celtic for 6 years, right? So 16 to 22 in that 6 year period, I can think McManus, Kennedy, Ross Wallace, Paul Caddis, Darren O'Day, Aidan McGeady, Liam Miller, Craig Beattie, Sean Maloney.
Aye.
Wow.
Kennedy. Aye. Aye,
Pick
there's
11.
loads.
And by the way, the standard of the player you're trying to get ahead of was much higher then as well.
Aye, you're right with that. Aye, we played with Partick Thistle, we played against Celtic B not long ago. And the players at that level looked outstanding. They did look good on that day, but it's whether they can bridge the gap for the first team. Maybe the gap's just too much, but you don't see enough of them now.
No.
But the young boy Kelly, Daniel Kelly, he's been
Daniel
in a
played
bit.
against him a couple of times. Good player.
Aye, he looks good.
Who's the best young player you've ever played against, with or against? Who was at 16 was incredible.
Oh, I played with, probably for me, I'll go, played Scotland, I think it was under 18s, 19s, it was West Germany, believe it or not, that's how long ago it was. And I played up top with Charlie Nick.
Was he frightening?
Oh my God, at that age.
Was he letting a man's body at that age, Daz, or was he still quite...
He was still quite, you could tell he was still a young
kid.
But ability, man, Jesus. Oh, incredible. You could tell he was going, and he broke into Celtic's first team early and he was banging goals in left, right and centre. And you could tell he's gone for a big move. Whether he picked the right move or no, because he obviously had so many options down south, but obviously London, Arsenal, he decided to go there. Still done well there, but ability-wise as a young kid was Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
We were playing a tournament with Scotland 16s, Euro Championships. Remember the boy Litalik in Cinema Pongo?
They went to Liverpool.
Right, mate, they got the move to Liverpool off the back of that tournament. We played France in the first game. The two of them were playing up front. I'm playing middle of a back three for Scotland. They fucking ran riot. And then they got through to the final at St James's Park. We all watched it on the telly, man. Fucking Litalik scores an overhead kick like Bellingham's, and the two of them got a move after that. That was the best I'd seen.
They were dug shite at Liverpool, weren't they?
By the way, aye.
I was
Really
really
kicked
didn't
it in arse there. But they're fucking good against me.
Who's yours?
We'll ask him first.
Flecky.
John Fleck.
I thought he would have been an absolute Rangers legend. Don't know what happened there.
Never.
Who did you play with him?
He played it, not with Scotland, I played with him. But see, maybe I was 16, he played at Parkhead.
I played against him. He was playing left mid. I was playing right back that game.
He was good, wasn't he?
No.
That game was a shite.
Aye.
No.
No, he was a good player. He wasn't a good that game.
He was good, wasn't he? Shite.
No. No, he's a good player, but
I thought he would have went on and
Did you?
has some Rangers career, but I don't know how he ended up leaving at the time.
he's done all right now, isn't he?
He's had a good career.
I said it before, 16, Ozil was a joke, played Germany, incredible. Nasri for France, a joke. I played centre midfield, he played in the 10, fucking hell. We beat them to Benzema played up front. But I'll tell you who was better than every single one of them when they were 16. McGeady was unbelievable, mate.
Played against him a few times.
See, training against McGeady, mate, at 16, it was like he was like on a different planet.
What, better than...
Better than them, mate, 100%.
Wow.
See, coming 1v1 with Nasri and 1v1 with McGeady in the middle of the pitch, mate. Take Nasri every time.
He's not having that.
Mate, McGeady at 16 honestly does.
You'll not even
went
remember
anywhere,
McGeady
mate.
playing. He's got
I
a
do
terrible
remember
memory.
McGeady playing.
We used to go to
was
tournaments,
out.
right?
Feet.
We used to go to tournaments with Real Madrid, Barca, played a tournament every time Eddie McGeady. Honestly,
He's incredible.
get what you're saying, maybe he never done what he should have done first team, but see, as a young kid, mate, he was fucking I remember coming through for Dundee and thinking I'm a fucking good player, and seeing him and going like that, I'm miles off it, man. If this is the level...
We played in the same Glasgow schools team. I was Peace Primary 7, he was Primary 5, and he was still like that. So he was playing a couple of years down against big guys in primary
So, no, he was
school.
playing a couple of years above himself.
Aye, and he was just running away for boys. And then obviously we went our separate ways. And then when I obviously came back to youth team level and seen him, he was fucking elevated into reserves, first team.
How good was he at
Next time
that
I seen him,
level,
he was
mate?
playing against fucking Maldini in the Champions League, wasn't he?
Uh-huh.
Nesta and all that.
He was ripping it up in the
Davies
Champions League, wasn't he?
Aye, he was unreal. But he's not
McGeady was
having that.
unreal, mate.
He's no.
He was like too fitted at 13, mate. He could stick the ball in the stanchion with his left and right foot. Honestly.
You said every tournament he's went to, all the teams were like, like this guy's
Oh, mate, he could have
incredible.
went anywhere he could have went. At 16, he could have went anywhere, mate. He was fucking a joke, honestly.
What a player,
I'll give you
man.
that.
Uh-huh.
That one.
Did you play against him, Willow?
Aye.
When you were older, but with Dundee
What,
United?
with Dundee United, aye.
Did he terrorise you?
No, he was usually on the other side, which was
Oh,
good.
was he?
Aye.
Who'd have been on your side then?
I had to be Maloney sometimes.
Oh, Maloney was another one.
He was fucking... He's the best
brilliant.
player I've
He was a
trained with.
joke. I played, who else? Nakamura.
Oh,
I played in Nakamura's debut for Celtic. I was for Dundee United in right mid, and I was thinking, thank fuck, I was reading the team lines, know how you always look who you're, like Nakamura, wee Japanese guy, like, he'll be pish, good, Maloney's no playing master.
he'll be pissed. Could you tell 5 minutes in that he was a
It's
genius?
just his touches and all that, it's fucking frightening.
Coming into his
honestly.
pockets and that, wasn't he?
Frightening, unreal.
Maloney's the best player I've ever seen in my life.
In training,
Oh
probably.
my God.
Maloney?
Oh my God, never seen it like it.
Maloney was top, mate.
I think he could have played with Barca. I'm telling you right now.
Fuck's
Instead of Messi.
McGeady, Maloney.
You
was
say
playing
Cooper was the best player by a mile at Rangers, I have.
Oh, when I was there, aye. Ability-wise, aye.
In training every day, he'd be the best player every day in training, I have.
Mate, he could, honestly.
But he did things you would actually, like, applaud, I have.
We used to do, on a Friday, a shooting drill. And because I travel with Coop, we'd go the partners, so you'd lay up and you would do the crossover run, no the basic. So you would have first shot. So we'd say, right, we'll play for a bit of lunch or something, right? Many goals. And it got that embarrassing. He used to go like that to me, right? Tell me where you want to put it. I'd go top left, right? So I would play it up to Greggy. Greggy'd lay it off and Coop would come round left foot. Boom.
Right,
Top left. Where do you want the next one? Mate, he was...
You could just stick it anywhere you wanted,
Do you know what sums him up? See if you ever want to know his ability. Do you remember the goal he scored against Celtic at Hampden when he flicked it out all the players? You ever seen this?
No.
Go on and Google it, mate. It's sensational.
Is it?
Right? It's sensational. I think it was, the competition was the Drybury Cup the older people that listen to this will remember it. And he gets it and he just flicks it on his knee, flicks it. Licks you. Honestly, he was unbelievable to watch. Amazing. He was every day.
Football was just shite.
He's not having
playing against Cloggers, mate.
We could have.
He's not having football.
You could listen. You the modern day football is pish, right? You guys just were average. Right.
So, even the way he described that shooting roll there.
Hold on a minute.
Bobby Charlton.
Hold on a minute. We played between the lines before. Aye, Bobby Charlton was a player. But I keep saying to you, right? You talk the modern day I always say one thing. I put it to your team when you played to the teams I played against. You and Danny McGrain. Fuck me. Right.
But you can't just compare. You always fucking compare to the best Celtic right back that's ever been.
Fucking hell.
That's not comparison.
Would I get in before you?
What about a player that other people wouldn't have thought was brilliant, but like an underrated player that was really good in training every day? Do you know what I thought was brilliant, mate? The wee boy Landry Nguemo.
Do you know who is unreal? Rasmussen.
No, he was fucking horseshit, mate. He was even horseshit in the reserves, mate.
I used to.
He was the only first team player that would come in the reserves and get
He was a great guy, though.
Legend.
I think he actually knew he was shit.
He
because
was so bad, mate.
He loved snooze, didn't he? He used to just come in and sit and just
terrorise him.
He just used
He couldn't have controlled the ball.
Nah, we had a few of them at that time. That,
do you know who was brilliant, mate? Key.
He was a top player, wasn't he?
Technically, he was.
He was brilliant.
He was good. Nah, we had a lot of players at Celtic at that time. You think?
I thought Gaz Caldwell was underrated.
Gaz was my roommate for. Gaz was my roommate for years at Celtic. He was a great roommate, but he got a Thai therapist up before every game.
Did he?
Big Ken. So Ken, this big big Orkney guy, used to come in with his mat. And I'd just be lying watching the telly and put his mat down. And
Gaz going there.
Going
all fronts.
Was that honestly? So he'd be on all fours and everything, and Kane would be stretching him. See, by the way, seen about 2 games, I was like, that looks alright. So I jumped on, so he would do the 2 years.
Really?
Big Ken.
Would you rather win the lottery or have Gary Caldwell's head filled with 50 pence?
He's a good boy, Gary. He's done the Euros with him, didn't he?
Gaz is a great.
He was brilliant with young boys, Gaz.
I really took to him after.
I like Gaz. What about you, underrated? Anyone underrated?
I actually think me. Do you know that? I think my mind killed me because I used to just, to be fair, I was shocking when I trained with you.
Mate, you've just put yourself up there.
Then brought yourself back.
I was good. See with the young players, see with the youth team, I was unreal. But it was just when I came with you, it was just fucking, I don't know.
Too much.
I used to turn that a bag of shite. But I used to cane myself. I'm giving myself no chance. Imagine getting into a team and you're caning yourself to the players.
Mate, you were weird. Even before the warm-up took place, he's there to mean Paddy just saying, no, I shouldn't be here. What? How weird is that with a young player coming up and saying that to you?
What do you think that? Do you think that's a pure lack of confidence in yourself? To come out with that?
Fuck knows.
Aye, come out with it to think it's...
But you were good when we started.
Aye, then just...
You were just shite yourself.
It was the players, mate. The players that were there at the time.
But then back, even like I don't know if it's the same now because like Lenny was brilliant, but the way he was, and then Tomo, everybody was fucking hard on you. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
But I'm not sure. They were brilliant.
See, when Lenny and Tomo was there, right, I was dog shite because I couldn't handle the pressure of they put on you, and then they left, right, and I was actually doing well, and then Roy Keane signs me, and it's like the exact same again, and you go back to being dog shite again. It was just one player, mate, that would fucking...
It's aye. It's
you so much, mate.
You have your side.
You'd literally be praying that you weren't in their team, mate.
Aye, mate, you used to see that. I used to be so nervous when you're hearing the teams getting caught out.
See if they're handing it to bibs and Roy got a bib, mate.
Mate, I just hope you weren't mentioned in any of the teams.
The worst one of them all, especially when you're young and I'd went to we used to have this, right, pick the 2 teams, you'd be standing there last fucking pick.
Oh, if the players are picking, that's demoralising.
Honestly. I didn't even go on the bench in the last picks. You fuck off and get shared that.
Faces
when you're pinning it on.
And you walk at them dead slow to put the bib on, you can see them all like, oh, for fucking
he's in our team.
And you laugh with the bib going there, you stand to put it in your head.
See when Roy Keane gets the bib first and then they're picking the oranges team and he gets it first, you're just like that the whole time, please do not hand me a bib. Please do not, and then see it's like slow motion when they're giving you the orange bib and you're like that.
Some disgust he's giving you in it.
and you could just see him staring at you like that. Oh,
Did you struggle with that?
man.
No.
Did you know?
Obviously,
But
that's
you
where it
wouldn't
all went wrong. For you.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I'm only joking. Aye, of course there was players that you thought.
See if
The
training was just
standards
like
are
you, Sean, they type of boys, I think you had a flourish in that.
Because they're still on you. Do you know what I mean? They're still
they're a good,
good way.
Aye, but they boys were just a different level, weren't they? The old school.
that would be fucking pounding, man.
And that's just training.
It's just training was worse, mate.
I know. I think everybody went through that.
Aye,
Everybody.
training was. Aye, that's the thing. When you were at a club like that, training is harder than what the games actually were.
100%, mate.
Especially when you're young, because they just. We used to do that even when we got experience. You always picked in somebody early. Even getting up in the motor to the training ground, you used to say, right,
He's getting it.
he's
isn't he?
getting it today. His first touch, fire one into him quickly, and then we'll all cane him, and it takes the pressure off you. Never seen the poor guys again, man.
Oh, that the first touch getting rattled into you, that fucking ends so many players.
Oh, terrible.
Done it. Seen that box of Rondo at the start?
Mate,
I can finish
were you
it.
there with Celtic? Were you there with Martin O'Neill?
Just after.
Just after. So
They used to do it
they
in
used
the
to do
morning.
it was just a big circle, mate. Did you still do it
When no, aye. So when I signed,
when the
that was
but
my
then I
first
think
one.
Stratton done away with it, but it was just a big circle, mate. Like and
Nah,
Before the warm up.
before the warm up, mate. Oh my, that was the hardest part of training, mate. Because if you did a shocker in that, they were on you for the full session, mate.
That's horrible, wasn't it?
That was horrible,
that
mate.
was-
And you weren't, you couldn't get away with just sitting at the side stretching and be like, in.
Aye, I get yourself in.
Oh, brutal, mate.
I used to love, I'm not joking, used to love being in the middle.
just chasing him.
Fucking run it.
Oh, no, I'm still in.
I'm in, no, I'm saying that.
They're really 5 in a row. ain't
But I
they?
dug it. Right, a wee bit of domestic news, lads. What do you make of the Rangers situation? Farcical, innit? Still don't know where they're going to be playing their home games, but it does look like Hampden now. This
Aye.
morning.
Is it going to be Hampden?
No, I think it's just embarrassing for our league as well. See, when we're trying to promote our league and people are moaning about the TV deals and
Aye.
the lack of funding gets put into this, but then one of our biggest clubs has the Farcia Stadium now ready and still no decision on where it's going to be. You think a big club like Rangers would have been able to deal with that sooner, but even then get an alternative destination found sooner. So imagine you're a season ticket holder.
Imagine you're a
at Rangers.
manager, mate. It's just
That's what
it's
I've got
came
to
from
say.
Monaco and Bruges, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's come in with the so-called high standards, and everybody likes him. Involved with Rangers, thinks that he's got to kick on, and he's a manager going, right, I've got a massive job, and I need preparations, everything to these guys. You look at Rodgers, you look at all these top managers now. Preparation is everything, and you're sitting going, where's my home games? It is a wee bit for a club.
The fans will be going mental, aren't they? The fact that they've still, well, maybe New Hampden, but for ages they didn't know what they're going to play. So I don't know what is going to happen with the season tickets. People who've got season tickets, will they actually be able to go and see the games?
It's a funny one, isn't it? Like, say you get a season ticket and obviously you go with your pals who buy in the same area, but you go for that kind of social aspect. How do they relocate them to, say, a different stadium? So all the wee bits of, it'll be a logistical nightmare.
Your missus will get hospitality for him. You'll be sitting at Rangers game.
He'll get a game.
Sitting
In the dugout.
Aye, the big baldy boy in the dug will be long in with her, arm in arm.
That's a
Right, I
shambles.
think that's my seat, Willow. All right, son, all right.
I should have said something to him, shouldn't I?
Aye, you should have said.
By the way, honest to God, you missus must have been looking at you going, what a prick.
See, on that, have you
Fucking
been
massive.
thinking since, thinking, does she think I should have said something?
Aye,
all day
been
long.
thinking-
All day long.
But she didn't say it at
Especially
the
when
time.
he was sitting like that
Fucking dog.
with
It was because of the dog I didn't move him.
Kiss the dog as well.
But imagine it, Willow's sitting with his hand on the dog and he's sitting with his hand on his
No, it would have been brilliant. The boy went like, listen, I'm sitting with her going to take that dog for a shit, mate.
By the way, I would have.
Well, I'm
I
walking
would have
away.
as well. Aye, with
the bag-
and my wee green bags in my pocket. Don't worry,
Keep it in
mate.
your pocket,
I'll
isn't it?
pick it up.
And Paul Nay signings yet for Celtic. What'd you make it?
I think that's a bit of shambles. How can
Do you?
well, the fact that we've known Joe Hart was going, was leaving at the end of last season. How have they still not a goalkeeper?
What is the rush though?
Well, no, I just thought that would have been sorted by now. What is the season about 3.5 weeks away? Is it?
Aye,
3.5
no long,
weeks away. I thought that would have been in.
Third dog.
The goalie one you're probably spotting.
And I've not really. I still think Celtic need to strengthen. It can be carry. Celtic weren't great last season, and the only sort of two I've been hearing is Ida and Bernardo, who were already there last season, who weren't the regular starters. I do like them as players, but I still think you need other positions, which I've no heard a lot coming out. I'm on a bit surprised.
What are they waiting on, Jake? The Euros? What are they waiting on? Squads getting defined?
Maybe it's as simple as that. Aye, boys will be on holiday off the back of Euros as well, so probably try to get deals done is pretty tricky. But I'm with Slaney, the goalie one's a bit dragging on a bit. I think you look at they've already played 2 games, haven't they? Already. They go to America. Is it next week they go to America?
Yeah.
You've been in the trips. It's all about bonding, coming together. You play some big games in that, so it's a good grounding for any new player, especially a goalie. So you would hope that they would get somebody in, but it's dragging on a wee bit.
You were never involved in the big trips to America, were you?
Never made it.
You were
used to stand and just
back
keep staring at a list and never see dying for not to be on it.
Buzzing when you're going.
Cheering, aye.
Are you are you a bit bemused by the situation?
The goalkeeper, I think everybody is, to be honest with you, but I would imagine that they're probably well down the line somewhere along the line. I think these clubs as well, the biggest job's trying to get the big earners out. There's a lot of players in Celtic and Rangers earning decent dosh that they're not going to play many games, they're not even getting involved. So you need to get players out as well. As much as you go, we'll sign them, cash rich, fine, that's good, get them in. Your wage bill's going up,
McCarthy still kicking about at Root Glen Gym.
That's mad.
You know what I mean? Sitting there and
One with Danny McGrain.
mega money, mate.
What's going on with O'Reilly?
I would love that. I think that's the greatest contract in the world. See if I signed a 4-year at Celtic and Rangers and they said, piss off and come back in January 2026 or something.
That's a dream, mate.
I would have been shaking his fucking hand. Boom, I would have been honestly skipping all the way down Sucky Hall Street.
Brilliant.
How good. Or a third choice goalkeeper on a match.
That's the one, aye.
Mate, there must be some amount of players at Lennoxtown.
Aye.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Rangers will have the same. You'll probably go through that Rangers squad and go, fuck, I forgot about him. Forgot about him. Celtic's another. I forgot. It's okay saying sign, but you've got to try and get players out. And who's got to leave a club unless they're getting...
Is O'Reilly, what's happening? Has anybody heard about him? Is he leaving or...?
Well, Southampton and...
I'll be amazed if he's still there come the end of the window.
Maybe
I think he'll still be there at the start of the season, but by the end of the window...
He'll be away.
Aye.
How about Tavernier? Would you keep Tavernier?
He just looks like he's going to stay at Rangers forever, doesn't he, man? You just can't see him.
He never started the first pre-season, did he?
I don't know, but...
Would that suggest he's away, or was that...
Nah, I think he'll be there. I really
See if he's there, do you think he'll definitely play him this year?
Aye.
He will play him, No way he'll put
No sure.
Sterling right back.
I'm not sure he'll play as often.
Everybody's different with Tav.
If you're going to
He
change
gets
something,
loved in there,
things need to change within the team. You can't just keep playing the same way and the same players over and over again and hope
Expect
something else.
different results.
Aye.
But
You've
you
got to change
can't you can't look at Tavernier's sort of numbers and say, right, okay, we can take... You've got to have somebody replace his numbers. I agree with you. I don't think you can keep going down the same boring line. I think the team's got to change. I think the style of fitness got to change. I think he'll maybe play a different formation or whatever. That's up to him. But when you've got somebody like... It's like having a goal scorer that's banging you 30, 40 goals a season. You're not just going to go, well, we're going to change him because...
But that's different. That's his job.
But I hate to do this to you, but they're going to do it with Dessers, aren't they? He scored 20 and they're going to sell him.
I know.
Well, if they get
By the
money
way,
in for Dessers...
I feel for Dessers. We all fucking have a go at him and he misses chance after chance. But seeing you come to Rangers in your first season, Rangers or Celtic, you score as many as he has, and you're neck and neck in a title race, I think you can look back and think, I've done my job.
No, I think he's definitely done it right, but you do look at him and go, he's not good enough.
At times,
You couldn't put your hat on him scoring 20 again next season, could you?
But he's done it in the first
I know, he's done it, I know.
So how can you
he's a
argue that?
week player for me. 1 week I see him, I go, all right, great. And then next week I go, hell man. But you get back to the Tavernier thing. I think Tavernier just brings you that much. I know that you can
No, I agree.
slaughter him defensively. I totally understand that. I'm not sticking up for him that. I know that people go, well, he's a captain, he's never a Rangers guy. But his numbers are incredible.
See, the captaincy had been taken off you, would you be happy to stay?
Nah, I wouldn't.
Kind of undermines you a bit, especially when you've been up for that long. I think if it gets taken off him, I think he's entitled to get the hump a bit with that and say, he's obviously not thinking I'm up to that job. So, and then you start thinking, am I going to play a lot? Because that then suggests, you know,
But
you're
does
going
he
to start
stay the
dropping.
club captain? Know how you've got...
No, I think Jack Button's the club captain.
But you've got captains for everything now in the modern day game. The teeth fucking
Captain for lunch and all that.
you're a captain. You go captain. Aye, okay. Right, the shit house. You're a captain. You batter in there, mate. Get the band on. But you've got captains for, like, say, on the pitch that take the team out, and then you've got maybe a overall club captain that will go and speak to the manager and talk about bonuses and whatever. So if they stripped him completely everything.
I think he brought him in his office and just stripped him completely.
I just
Get him out.
Oh, big slog.
Will he be there? Will he be at Rangers start of the season?
Aye.
I'd say no.
I'm going to probably say yes.
And you think he'll play the first game of the season?
Yes.
Start the first game of the season?
Aye.
You're saying no?
Yeah.
Interesting one. That's
I need
you need to go do it.
shoot.
You can go, Will. We just need to do Slaney's 1-2-3 game if you want to go, mate.
Aye.
Round of applause for Matt Wilson.
Thank you, lads. Pleasure as always.
He's away to walk that dog. He needs to go and pick that dog shite up.
That's the way you fucked off with that big boy sitting in your seat. Right, so we're into the... Is it 1-2-3 game it's called?
Yes, it is that.
All right, and I hear that you're not doing very well. I know I was on last week, and
it's been a bit up and down.
But this is a big week for you. This is
the final. This is
the one that'll turn everyone about. So what you've got to predict is just the score.
The score, mate.
The score. Okay, so we're going to give you the first game, Slaney. Spain v England, a big one. Now, earlier you said that you fancied England.
Fucking hell.
You did.
You're right. It's good that you remember that.
Let's see if he sticks by it.
Let's see if your arse has got to fly out the jeans. Because you're dong, isn't he? Right.
I'm going to go Spain 2, England 1.
Wow.
What difference 50 minutes can make?
I just think that I've got that horrible feeling England will win it, but usually if I use my head, Spain are better team.
I'm not too sure, but your sponsor Labrooks must be sitting going, "Thank fuck he doesn't work with." Right, so the next game is Argentina versus Colombia.
Wow. Final.
2-1 Argentina.
Oh, good. And the third playoff place, Canada v Uruguay, mate. This is a big one. Now remember,
They're the worst games in football.
That's what I'm thinking. Do the managers even play it?
Playoff.
I'll go
Why do they do it?
2-0 Uruguay.
so that's Uruguay 2-0,
Yeah.
Spain 2-1,
Yeah.
and remind us there
Argentina was also 2-1.
2-1.
A lot of twos
Okay,
there.
we'll show the best.
Right, now listen to this, right? He's been so appreciative of the support for everyone. He wrote this last night. It's incredible.
Oh,
Take it away, Paul Slaney.
No, but the fans have been magnificent, mate, haven't they? The way they've backed us for day one. I think there is certain people in here that play up to it more than others. Do you?
Name them.
Well, he's actually turned his back on the Tartan Army. So he turned his back on the Tartan Army. Like,
Did you?
Never. Never.
would you mind if England won the final?
Would I mind?
Would you be raging?
Obviously, I'd much prefer Spain.
Would you be
affect
raging?
my life, mate.
Would it not?
Nah, I agree with you.
Wouldn't affect my life.
Mate, every time that telly goes on in the next year, you will hear somebody talk about that or see that coming up.
That would be a bit of a pain in the ass.
Wouldn't
But
it?
again, it wouldn't affect my life too much, mate.
Have you had a good summer?
Still got my rabbit.
I've had a good. I've enjoyed myself.
Mm-hmm.
I've liked a wee bit of the break after Germany, playing a bit of golf and going into town and meeting you boys.
You had to shoot away for the golf the other day, didn't you?
I had to go. Shut your fucking mouth. But I've enjoyed meeting you guys and spending more time with you.
You're
feel we get-
sensational on here, mate.
Aye, you're the superstar now in here.
Ah, fuck off.
Thanks very much to everybody because the support, especially when you're there in Munich, the amount of fans that came to the live shows in Cologne, that does mean the world, doesn't it?
So what about the people that watch the podcast and the vlog?
And all the people that watch, that keeps us going. So we can't, for the bottom of our hearts, can't thank you enough. So anything you want to say?
I just want to say enjoy your summer and we'll be back in a few weeks for keeping the bonding.
So that's now for a wee break.
That's a break for you now, Paul. Well
Enjoy
deserved.
it, boys.
You've been outstanding, mate. Well
Yeah,
done.
boys.